Yeah, so really quickly, I just got off the computer with Giles. We were skyping and playing Minecraft. We did a half successful mission to the moon. We flew. Giles had already been there, but he crashed and got stuck on the moon. And in my effort to try and save him, I built a rocket. But then we found a trick to get him back from the moon, and so then he built his rocket, and we had two rockets, and this resulted in our little mission to the moon in an effort to do right this time. And we had everything. We had all the stuff with us. We had oxygen. We had all the gear. We had trees, we had mud, we had tools, we had water, we had everything for a trip there and back. And we were setting stuff up, because the first thing you basically, or that we did, was set up our rockets for the return journey, loaded them up with fuel, which all worked, so we were ready to go. It's a real step forward. And then by the time we said, okay, let's get in our rockets and fly back, because your oxygen tanks, they get empty real quick. And I think we just went 30 seconds too late, because we were in our rockets flying back to Earth when we both ran out of oxygen. And then what happens is you respawn on the moon, but you have no gear because everything is scattered all over the place. So what we did is and you respawn there, so but with nothing, so you die because you have no oxygen. So we sort of tried to collect all our stuff, set up some chests, put it in there, and now we're gonna wipe the server, or we're gonna change the setting, whatever, and then we go back to our regular homes with our rockets, of course, blown up. So it was sort of fun. It was also disappointing, but we really made a step in our mission to conquer the moon. So it's fun. I'm hoping someone recorded this. I'm gonna call Mark in a minute, ask if he did that, because I forgot. I know Giles forgot. G. Unikalima was there. Donnie Campbell was there. I'm missing someone. There were a couple of people there. It was fun. Short but sweet. Okay. On to the games. I'm gonna show a pickup, because I'm gonna show a couple of games that I bought. I saw a gameplay of Far Cry 4 by oh, I forgot your name. Come on. Vinnie Corleone. Dean. And I thought, hey, Far Cry is actually a pretty good game. Let's collect it. So I have Far Cry Instincts for the Xbox, the original Xbox, and then I bought Far Cry 2 from a friend that I know locally. This cost me $6. It's a platinum version. I don't care. It's complete. It has everything. And then in the local toy store, I saw that they have Far Cry 3 for $15, and I just looked around, and I could have waited, but I didn't want to, so I bought it, and then there we are, and another game in my collection. Crysis 2, good game. Infamous 2, good game. Batman Arkham City, good game, which is I think this came after. Ooh, look at Catwoman. After Batman Arkham Asylum, which I already have. Deus Ex Human Revolution. I got Vanquish. And this has the 3D cover. They called it the lenticular cover. I had to look it up. I didn't know what that meant, but I know now. It's a good game. I got Catherine, Atlas game, RPG. Do you stay with the girlfriend or do you go with Catherine? It's a kind of a weird story, but I think I got this actually on the PlayStation Store Plus thingy for $5, which is pretty cheap actually. Um, but I got that, and I got this because this is supposedly one of the must-haves on the PS3, The Last of Us game. I never played these games, so that's a lot of crap again. And I was trying to do a video a couple of days ago, and halfway through the video to recording, I gave up, and I said to myself, "What the hell am I doing?" I was listing the games that I wanted to have. I wanted to apply a focus, and I wanted to do that by just setting up a list of things. This is what I want, and I have that. I have that list, and it's a definite list. I want to really stick to it. So that's like one game a month, and that's it. So no longer 12 games in 1 month, which is fine because these are good games, and these are still, as a form of art, basically. The graphics and the story and the music and even the gameplay, they're good games. They're good products of the human civilization. So I'm proud to have them. But I was listing off the games that I wanted to have, and I have that game, that list, and I was trying to say something about these titles and why I wanted them, and I couldn't. I was just sitting there asking the camera, so what the hell am I talking about here? And that's when I gave up. And I'll put a little bit of the footage in here. You should enjoy me giving up. I'll just wait. Devil May Cry, the classic HD version. This is a game that I've sort of avoided because I didn't know it very well, but again it came recommended. I think it's a hack and slash game. Am I right? I don't know. Wat gaan we nu doen? Onzin. Ik sta hier gewoon helemaal niet achter. Ik weet gewoon te... See, I just... So what I decided to do is actually try and know something about these games. Who made them? Who made the music? What other games did they make music for? Who are the artists here? What is the story about? Just go a little more in depth into the games that I'm collecting. So the first one that I tried to do this with was Vanquish. So and it was interesting. I still have to play it. I've played it already a little bit, but not enough to actually be able to really talk about it. I know it's the controls are different. You can do sort of a you're a guy wearing a sort of a special suit, and you can adapt to weapons. You have a device with you that can sort of create a weapon, and it is stored in a sort of memory, and you can I imagine you press a button and whoop, you have that weapon, and you can fire and use it. And then this suit is sort of a bionic suit, and you can move around. You can sort of slide on your knees out of a situation and into a new situation. And this game, what is really new about this game is that they did something with the cover system. You can take cover behind stuff in many games, but in this game, the cover can be blown up, and you can, I'm not really sure what you can do with it, but it's different. It's new. It's a new element in this game. So I'm trying to limit the number of games I'm buying, and I'm trying to know something about what these games are, so that I don't feel like I did, what the hell am I doing? I want to know what I'm doing. So that's it. Oh, I bought a. Uh, I want to limit my games buying, and I will. Some people don't believe me, but I will. But then I never said anything about consoles. So I bought this Xbox, original Xbox. It was for sale, again, in the local community. It has 2 controllers. Oh, I can see this is an aftermarket one. This is one of the Big Ben ones, and an original one. It was for sale on the local Facebook page for $25, including games. But me and my new games rule, I said, I don't want the games, I just want the system. Not that I don't have one. How much do you want for it? I asked her, oh, yeah, how much do you want to give? Well, if it's 25 with the games, I'll give you 10 for the system. So I paid her 15 for the 15 for an Xbox, which is in pretty good nick, and 2 controllers. And I solely bought this because I have one, and if that gives out, I have another one now. And it's like the cabinet is full of systems like that, and definitely full of controllers like that. It's got a ton of controllers and systems, and this one. I think I've showed this one a while back. Ooh. This multi-tap for the PS1. That's a nice thing to have, right? This is in the cabinet, in the magical cabinet right here. It's got controllers in there too. Oh, it's got. Oh, see, hey, look at that! It's another Xbox controller. Oh, and I paid $3.50 for it. And there's another one. Is there? I don't know. So, yeah. I got that, and I think I might buy somewhere along the line a ZX Spectrum. Maybe. I don't know. The last one I got, which is sitting, it's sitting in the chair over there. The ZX81. I have 2 of those. One I got from Giles, one I bought, and the one I got from Giles I used to try it out, and this one is still sitting there, and I haven't used it yet. So, yeah, well, yeah. It's Christmas. Jingle bells. Here's me wishing all of you a Merry Christmas, because I have a feeling that this may be the last video that I do this year. Let me all remind you and myself that I only started making videos this year, but it feels like I've been doing this for much longer. So basically, this is I'm still a YouTube Christmas virgin, basically. So, Merry Christmas. I know I sent a couple of you something. I've received some packages. I've showed them all, except one. That reminds me, I have one video to make still, and that is the package that I got from Daz, from Cajones del Oro. It's still sitting in my living room, unpacked, wrapped, still wrapped. I haven't unwrapped it, so sorry. It's still sitting there exactly the way that I got it. So I'll be making at least one more video, and that'll be on Christmas Day or the day after. Something like that. I want to list the games that I'm getting, and I will. Just hold on. Let me just open up my trusty laptop and open up the list of games that I'm looking. I'm just going to name them because I don't know shit about them, and that is a bad thing. I was thinking of getting Assassin's Creed because I've never played an Assassin's Creed game, or I had never, until I gave a double that I had, Assassin's Creed 3, to Giles's Natalie, and she was like, "Oh, you've never played the games?" And no, I've never played the game. So I did, and that's when I started looking in my collection, and it appeared I have all the games. Well, not all of them, but 1, 2, and 3. But there's a lot of Assassin's Creed things, you know. Assassin's Creed with a subtitle, and they're all uninteresting to me, at least. So here's the games that I'm getting. Right, Binary Domain, PS3 game. Caladius Blaze, PS3 game. Castlevania Lords of Shadow, PS3 game. Dante's Inferno, PS3 game. The Devil May Cry HD Collection, PS3 game. Dragon's Crown, PS3 game. The Far Cry series, I only miss... No, I have Far Cry now, so I'm good there. I have Final Fantasy 11 in my list, but that's because I'm just, listing the numbers, and I'm missing one, So that's a maybe. Folklore for the PS3. And then there's Puppeteer for the PS3, which I also want. Then there's Hyrule Warriors for the Wii U. So there's 2 systems, PS3 and the Wii U. Nier for the PS3. Under Defeat for the PS3. And then there's one title for the Wii, and that is Xenoblade Chronicles. That is part of a trilogy. The Project Rainfall, for which I have Pandora's Tower and The Last Story. Those are that and Xenoblade Chronicles are part of an effort by fans to get these games released in Europe and the United States, and they were successful. So I wanted those. They're actually good titles too. So and I know that there's Xenoblade Chronicles X for the Wii U, which is on the way. Maybe, maybe. So there's a couple of definites and a couple of maybes. I know Caladius Blaze is an expensive game, and I may not get it because it's too expensive. And did I say Hyrule Warriors for the Wii U? I think I did. So for the Wii U and for the PS3, that's basically what I'm gonna collect. So I'm not gonna come up with long pickups videos and this bought this and bought that. I really don't want to buy those games anymore. And I may even end up selling, or at least putting away, some of the games that are not in my not in my focus, because I want to play third-person games, third-person shooters, stealth games, a couple of racing games. So I got a lot of games in here, like Rayman. I bought Rayman because Rayman is a good franchise, but I'm, Oddworld Abe. It's a good game. You hear everybody talking about it. It's a good game. Mickey's Wild Adventure. Yeah, it's nice. It's a quirky, weird game. But should I have it? I don't know. I don't know. I'm evolving. I'm getting older. I'm 43 years old, people. I'm playing video games. I'm looking at I'm looking at the green screen. I've been hobbying around with the green screen. Can I show it? See? I bought a slide projection screen, and I thought I just cut out a bit of the green stuff and tape it to the projection screen, and I did. But I wanted to be able to roll it up but it doesn't roll up anymore, so sort of a fail. I gotta go, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be this year, and then I'll say Happy New Year. But for now, Merry Christmas, everybody. See you guys. Bye.